really far from being like a good video. I mean, it wasn't good.
So I remember a guy, I can tell he was bummed. He was like, this video's not going to be that good, you know, if this is the way it's going.
I thought that was it, you know, it was like 3 months. I was like, okay, like, crap, like I gotta get stuff going, you know, like.
When I saw that, yeah, what people had, it definitely was like, I gotta get my shit together.
Nobody left there like, yeah, like we're doing it. It was like, damn, like we're blowing it, like, you know.
When you added all these new dudes in, it became something bigger.
As we got closer and closer to the deadline and the hype for the video grew and grew and grew and the expectations grew and grew, especially Guy came on board and Eric came on board, that changed the whole entire dynamic of the video right there.
The hype was waiting. It's the anticipation alone was 10 times more than any video I've seen in my career of skateboarding. Fuck it.
Everyone was just like, I can't wait till the lakay video comes out. It's going to be the gnarliest video. And I just remember hearing that and I was like, fuck.
You know, these guys, I feel like, you know, they kind of like change skateboarding in a sense every time they put out a video part. They have that much of an impact. They're that good of skateboarders, and, you know, I don't think I'll ever try or the guy that's going to change skateboarding.
People are like, this video is going to change skateboarding or this, that. And you're just like, are you serious? Like, there's a couple crooked grinds in there. Like, I don't know about changing skateboarding.
The general public was anticipating the video, but like so wasn't everybody on the team. They're like, fuck, I can't wait to see Carol's part, you know?
We were supposed to make this video that everyone's claiming is going to be this changing skateboarding video. I'm like, dude, we're just making a skateboard video. That's when it started getting fucked.
But the hype, dude, I couldn't believe it, you know? It was so, I mean, she had Mariano, Costin, Carol, Beeble, like MJ. The lineup is incredible, you know? I personally was just trying to get through the fucking thing.
The benchmark had been raised and they had to step to that level. So therefore, only logically that they had to fucking scrutinize it to the point where it was fucking far out of control.
Those guys, when they do videos, they put it out when it's ready.
When I realized it's not going to the cutting room floor anytime soon, it was hard. Because then I had to go back and say, we got to put another year's worth of our marketing budget into this. At that stage, at the end of the third year, I mean, it was obvious what was happening with video sales. It was like, we're not going to sell 20,000 of this thing. Like, it's going to be impossible. But yet we have almost $1 million invested into it. Like, it was hard math to like justify.
Budgets are funny. There's nothing more funnier than watching a group of skaters around a round table and talking about a budget.
I love that nowadays when you're filming a skateboard video, you have a Sawzall, you have Bondo, you like can saw shit off rails and Bondo cracks and make spots skatable that weren't skatable before.
When I was rolling around with Ty, like when it was just me and him, I found out how dedicated of a filmer he was. When it came down to like bondoing a spot, like Ty would like make a spot skatable. He would do a payoff, like which would be like paying off a security guard so I can skate there for like an hour. There was no excuses I can use to not get a clip at certain spots. You know what I mean? Like whether it be like we're gonna just come here at 3 in the morning and light it up. I mean, this is someone that definitely got his hands dirty to make clips possible for me.
So we're in Minneapolis and we're skating this curved ledge and the cops pull up. I mean, there's lights everywhere, like people are skating and the cop is super pissed. He's like, you need to pack the stuff up. You need to get out of here now. Like, what are you doing? You have no right to be here. So I say, okay. So I go to turn off the light and Ty goes, what are you doing? And well, the cop just said to leave. He goes, don't worry about it. I'm like, wow. Like, so these guys, like, to get a clip are willing to like have the chance to go to jail.
It was too crazy for me. It was like, Ty was really gnarly about forgetting tricks, and I mean, I couldn't deal with it.
You know, we were getting burnt out, but we just had to keep it going.
It was just brutal, you know, physically, just so much tension between Ty and everyone, you know, and just because he was just grinding us so hard.
Like when you're around some people for a certain amount of time, all the time, things start to just wear on you. I think it was all the pressure, and then plus just like the schedule of just like, let's go here, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Like, let's fucking relax and have some fun.
it was intense. There was definitely a lot of tension. It was thick, and just everyone was mad at each other. Nobody could see it from anyone else's point of view.
My whole job throughout this thing was to present the opportunity out there. It wasn't like, hey, we're here, you need to do this.
People got mixed up with Ty trying to help everybody out to like taking that and thinking that it was like forced upon them.
He was doing what it took, I guess, you know, in his way to get a good product, you know.
We all talked about it. We all knew it was going to get crazy. We all knew it was going to get stressful. So when it actually did happen and people were freaking out so hard about it, it was like, dude, we knew it was going to happen. What's the big deal? And we acted like it was this big surprise.
I would believe the deadlines at first, but by the second one or something, I was like, you know, we still have a little while. They'll actually tell us. And then all of a sudden it was like, boom, like, here's the meter, the premiere's here, it's this day, this time, and it was like, oh, it's really going down.
When that meter came on, that was like the worst fucking thing they could do to us. Because that was just like, oh cool, now we get to see the countdown of our fucking, how many days we have to film. It's like knowing the day you're gonna die or something.
Yeah, there was definitely a point towards the final stretch where it was just, if shit wasn't going right, you know, right off the bat, yeah, it was pretty easy to kind of snap.
You know, if it wasn't one thing, it was another from day to day. The tension was crazy. You know, the ticker was counting down, like the days were getting into like, you know, low double digits. People were nervous. Nobody knew what to expect. There was all these issues. You know, I think it was just a culmination of everything that had happened over that year. That was just, it was building and building and building, and I think people were like, let's get it over with. Like, let's just get it over with.
I mean, fuck, dude, it just got to a point where it was so extended and drawn out, and it had gone to this ludicrous proportion to where people were not speaking to each other. And that's when it occurred to me. I was like, this thing has turned into like something that's not your normal skate video.
At the end of something, it seems like everybody should be unified. Like, it's finally, let's do it. And to that point, it hadn't happened.
3 or 4 years ago, I was just getting more and more into blowing stuff up and like realizing what you could do with pyrotechnics. We did a ludicrous video, and he's like punching the wall, he had these big arms. I wanted to do a bunch of just, you know, destruction and mayhem all in camera. And so as I was thinking about that, I started to think about skateboarding and explosions and slow motion. All three of those things are cool on their own, and you put them together.
I met Spike a few years ago on a movie called Three Kings. We had several scenes where he was shooting a shotgun and we were blowing things up, flipping Humvees, machine gunning out of helicopters, and just a good all-around fun movie to work on.
After that, I basically just started working with him on everything and getting to see what he did on Three Kings and getting to see more and more what he was doing. It would just, gave me more and more ideas.
I had a bunch of guys come over here and told me their ideas, but I don't know what language they were talking exactly. There were words like hubba, and there were all these words that I never heard of.
I was hearing a few different ideas. It was like a lot of it was supposed to be like on the super hush, and I just heard like some obstacles that you skate on and then they blow up.
All I heard was just like, things are gonna blow up.
And I was thinking like, all right, bottle rockets.
I heard other stuff like, oh, they're building bombs in this shed in the valley or something. I don't even know what.
That was kind of like the first I heard of it, and then I went to actually check it out, and it was pretty nuts to see. Like, I was seeing everything being made and stuff. So it looked like a DeWalt commercial or something, you know?
Once we actually started building it is when I actually realized what everybody was talking about.
I just showed up to that lot, like, okay, what do I need to do?
I remember showing up the prep day, like cleaning up, and I didn't quite know what was going on.
When we got there, it was like all these wood sets. I was like, what is it? Like, what's going on?
When we went there, I seen everyone working on it, like making all the obstacles to skate.
A big part of the setup was painting everything, setting the pyrocell, painting over the pyrocell.
I was like, what the fuck? We are maybe at the wrong place, Federico. They're doing a movie over here.
I still didn't even know what was going on. I saw some spots.